One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the tight end. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Give to the running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Algier. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Trojans. How about this defense
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That Alabama offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Algier. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, but that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Algier. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Looking to throw on third. He's got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Alabama quickly back to the line. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking for a man. It's Algier. Into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So first down here as they go back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Second down coming up. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Algier. Under fire. He wants to take the top off. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. Going for it all. Touchdown, Trojans! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up 14 over Georgia State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're testing the right side here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. Finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. 22, looking to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Trojans want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Algier. Here's the pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got a man, it's Bridges. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Green 25. Dino.
He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. Oh, spins away. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Finds his man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the big fella. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. caught near the sticks. It's Rooks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Rooks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last.
Oh, trickeration. He wants to throw. Rushes on him. It's intercepted.
Boy, that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're going to try to climb out of this hole going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got his man. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. He's got him. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, USC. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying play action. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that pass is caught at the 25.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense...
And he motors over the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
They'll line up to go for 2.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spot. Go.
From the gun, looking for a man. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back, looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Catch in the middle, it's Rooks. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down for this offense.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Time to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Well, This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had the snap to the up end. They'll fake it. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the 1st down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Soft spot in the middle.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Alabama! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Right down the middle. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Going right to work up top. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Dances away to buy time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Trojans! What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. The give to the tailback. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it right down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Trojans. And they turn it into a defensive score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Pace, 27.
Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. gets it out fast. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
19.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the ground with the counter. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So they've put themselves in position to run out the clock and win this game if they can just execute here, Jesse.
Yeah, you can't get lazy or lackadaisical either on offense here. Your sense of urgency has to be high. You've got to execute plays and force the opponent here to use their timeouts, David.
Execute easy plays. Run the football, make them use their last 2 timeouts, and then you don't have anything else to worry about in this football game.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Get it out on the screen. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them.